You know, sometimes you read something online and immediately think, oh yeah, you're the problem. Welcome to Reddit's 𝚲𝚃𝙃𝙀, where accountability is optional and the main character energy is on 100. Sounds like something that is the makings of an extravagant dissection, and that's what I did. I deep dived into Reddit's most craziest 𝚲𝚃𝙃𝙀 stories just to share with you guys for no reason. Today I read through some of the most unhinged posts so you guys don't have to. Let's get into it. The first 𝚲𝚃𝙃𝙀 story is 𝚲𝚃𝙃𝙀 for telling my parents to kick my older sister out. Okay, it's already starting off very juicy, so let's get into the story and see what they're talking about. I, 18-year-old female, live with my family who had a bit of a tough relationship over the years. Ooh, okay. Things have seemed better as of late. Keyword seemed, and they emphasize seemed. It's in capital letters. Seemed. Backstory: a few years ago, my sister, 19 at the time, stayed behind when my parents and I went on a trip. She was working and we left money, so there was no need for any more money. Okay. Like she said, yeah, my sister was 19, we left a certain amount and that's all she needed. If she starved, she starved. Like, anyways. When we got home, my mom discovered that $15,000 she was saving was stolen. Oh, never mind. Not only do you need to kick her out, put her in jail. Actually, like, send her to jail. Like, that's crazy. $15,000? What are you doing in the span of, how long is this trip? It doesn't even matter. There's no trip that long that you need $15,000. Like, that's crazy. My mom was saving this money for my sister and I to have money when we graduated our higher educations, emergency funds, and for her to finally go back to her home country for a bit. Okay. This sister is actually very evil. I'm just understanding that this money seems to have been what is going to, like, get them out the hood, essentially. Like, this money is what's going to be saving them after college, after everything, for her mother to even go back to her home country. You stole that? Jail. She confronted my sister, who admitted she spent it on lavish shopping trips, food, and $2,000 gaming laptop. Oh. You know, I've always known it was the gamers. My sister claimed she bought it herself, but it was now obvious that that was not the case whatsoever. They unfortunately made agreement for my sister to pay back the money, but my sister lost her job, and they put lost. Actually, this sister, like, is this for real? Like, I don't say this almost sounds like one of those stories that just is not real. People are just kind of like making up and just trying to make drama. But like, I'm trying to really put this in the hemisphere of like, wow, what if this was my sister? Like, actually pick a struggle. You know what I mean? Like, just pick a struggle at this point. You don't have any money. You're stealing from our family. And now you lost your job, but you game. You needed a $2,000 gaming laptop, mind the way. Like that's normal. Is it? Anybody in the gaming community, is that normal? I don't think that's normal with anybody's community. It's insane. It's insane. I later found out she actually just quit to evade paying my mom. Jail. I don't know how many times I have to say it. She eventually did find another job. Okay, well, that's good. But she didn't ever pay my mom a dime. Jail. Like, I don't know how many times I have to say this. Absolutely not. What kind of daughter is this? Like, there's stories like this, it makes me wonder, like, why is the child being such a crash out like this? You know what I mean? Like, there has to be some reason. What is going on with her, you know? I started working as soon as I could, and my sister went to cosmetology school, which my parents paid for, but she fell back into old habits. She somehow had $3,000 in credit card debt. Oh, that's bad? Y'all don't want to know what credit card debt I'm in, so, okay. And my parents paid it off. She paid zero of it, okay. Now she has, again, gone into debt, about $300. Lies about how much she spends and doesn't contribute anything to our home. No cleaning, no cooking, nothing. She doesn't make enough to support the lifestyle she's living. She goes out every weekend, spends money on expensive dates, and has a very fun time. It is quite obvious that she has mental health issues. Well, I mean, that explains it all. If you think she has mental health issues, you know, you're her family, maybe you know best. But it's really no excuse. She is in therapy, but that's absolutely no excuse for her bad behavior. 2 days ago, our AC unit broke down and we can't afford it. My parents also noticed my sister's story isn't lining up. She's out with her girlfriend in the city, spending money. We haven't had AC this whole weekend and it's miserable. I can't have anyone over. Summer is almost over and it's just making me so upset. My parents suggested that they change my sister my parents suggested that they charge my sister, charge my sister rent, but I went off saying that the promise will never be kept. There's actually just nobody trusting this sister. Like, this is actually sad. I wouldn't even say this is super like, am I the drama? This is actually like, no, your sister's the drama. You're not the drama. I told them that she needs to go. Dang. She needs to, you know what? Jail. Put her actually under the jailhouse. Like, I don't know. It's not fair to me or them. She's irresponsible. I love her and she's a very good sibling. You wrote this whole story about how bad of a sibling she is. Then you're going to say you love her and she's a good sibling, but you also want to kick her out. Babe, you're kind of contradicting yourself, or you know. But it's getting freaking unbearable. They immediately rejected the idea and said it was completely ruthless of me to say that, and acted like I was crazy for even suggesting that. She won't understand until she fails. I finally said what I wanted. I am gonna move out. I will have the money by October when I begin school in the city. Mentally, I can't do this any longer. What made me think was that I received little to no resistance. They agreed that was a good idea. No pushback at all. It makes no sense. I feel like they are rewarding someone who doesn't deserve it, but maybe I'm wrong. Am I the drama? So from what I understood from the last portion is this person is saying that their parent didn't fight back when they said that they were going to leave and go back to school or get their own place in the city. And the parents didn't argue or fight back at that or have any resistance, but they had resistance with the sister leaving. From this point of view, honestly, my verdict, I'll just go ahead and say it, you are not the drama. It seems like from what you've already explained in the story, this is an ethnic family. As somebody who comes from an ethnic family, I know that older siblings get looked at and put on a pedestal, so trust me, I know. But ultimately, I think you did the best thing that you could do, or this person did the best thing that they could do in this situation, which is, okay, you made your suggestion about your sister moving out, nobody was for it, next thing to do, pivot, make the best decision for you. And if the best decision is for you to move out, then that's just the best decision. I mean, you know, you gotta get out of there, actually, or she'll start stealing your own money once you start making it, okay? It's seeming like your sister has a lot going on. As someone who also has credit card debt, I don't think her debt is as bad, but definitely, you know, she's got her own things going on. Ultimately, if she's not contributing to the household and everything you say, and it's just bothering you, yes, you made the best decision. You should go. Are you the drama, however? My verdict is no. Y'all let me know if you agree. Let's get into the next story. The next story is in Am I the Drama for telling my sister I don't want to babysit her kid? I'm noticing a pattern with a lot of these Am I the Drama stories. They have to somehow center around a sister. So I am a woman in college. I don't have a job yet as I'm putting all my focus in schooling and I'm almost done getting my degree. So I have some free time, but I use it to study for classes or for some time to myself. Okay, seems like a wholesome girly. I stay with my family to save money, and I help around the house when I can make up for it. This could be cooking, cleaning, doing the laundry for everyone, etc. It's a system I'm fine with, and I never really had a problem with. Nice story set up. We see her life, her system. That I always love whenever Reddit posts kind of just start off with like this whole, let me tell you everything from the beginning. I have an older sister. Ooh. It's always the older sister too. You know what? I'm starting to see the pattern now. Okay, it's these younger sisters that are actually the drama. And they're posting on these Reddit threads wondering, are they the drama? Okay. I'm seeing, y'all may not see it, but I'm seeing the pattern. I have an older sister approaching with a 4-year-old kid. Now, don't get me wrong, I love this kid as if they were my own and would help take care of them whenever they come over. Now she's finishing up studying for being a nurse. Okay, helping us, saving lives. She's already has her degree and she just has a few more classes to finish up. I'm not close to my sister by any means because my childhood with her was much less than ideal. Oh, okay, not family trauma. But I will help her with her kid when I can. Before, she would come over occasionally and our family would help her with her kid while she was here because she's a single mother and they visit their dad, but oftentimes as... Okay, the grammar is getting a little mixed up here. Basically, the sister has a kid, she's a single mom, and she visits their dad occasionally, but either way, the family is who's taking care of her kid. Right. Got it. Let's move on. The problem is she started coming over far more often. I'm sorry, I just think it's so funny that like your little sister's just like, yeah, you're coming over too often and bringing my niece. Just figure it out. I don't know. Just like stop coming over here. We're tired of seeing your face. Your kid is cute. My niece, she's cute for like 3 hours. Actually, you can leave her, but like you have to go. The problem started when she started coming over far more often. During the semester, she will be here every weekend and pawn most of the care on me since everyone else is working, even though I use that time to work for exams. During the summer, she will be here most days of the week, every week, and the same thing will happen. Before, she would even leave at odd hours and leave his care to me and return in the morning. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a daughter. I guess it's a son. It's a son. It's a kid. It's a kid. They're all the same, right? Okay, don't cancel me for that. Honestly, I feel like you can definitely tell the people who like don't have much interaction with children. And I'm one of those people. I'm not mad at it though. That really bothers me because she often doesn't say when she's coming back and her kid has a hard time listening to anyone that isn't her. This includes basic needs, only bathing when she's not there. Mind you, she doesn't pay me or anyone and we have never complained about it. The reason I never brought it up before was because talking to her is like walking on eggshells. She has a very bad temper and takes things to the extreme. Well, yeah, that would be very problematic, especially, you know, if you're trying to bring up something very strenuous that you don't like, especially when it centers around a child. Maybe we should be suggesting therapy. Maybe. Anyways, I brought up the issue of taking care of them all the time and mentioned that while I love them, I can't spend most of the time with them when I have my own responsibilities. Makes sense. And it's been a problem for a while, but it's hard to talk to her because it's like walking on eggshells, like mentioned. It's easier when we can take care of them every so often, but not like this constantly. Safe to say, she got mad and suddenly doesn't want to come over or bring her child over anymore. Not you like complete, like she shunned y'all. Like that's kind of crazy. My mom is also mad at me saying that she could have taken care of them herself. The issue is my mom is on the older side and already struggles when her grandkid is over often with me jumping in. I'm starting to feel bad about it all. Am I the drama for telling my sister I don't want to babysit her kid and I walk on eggshells when she's around? This one is actually not that crazy. I feel like this one is a pretty like fairly structured Am I the Drama post, and I can see an audience of people who can see it from both perspectives. You know, as someone who doesn't have nieces or nephews yet, and I also don't have any children, thank God, but it's just one of those things where maybe I would understand the older sister a little bit more had I had a child or something like that. But also being raised by a single mom, I do get that it takes a village. So, I mean, no judgment to her sister at all. But I also do understand like her little sister in the way of like, she's just like, hey, this is constantly falling on me. She's even saying that she understands if it was just like a tribe thing, like everybody's kind of pitching in and it seems like the workload is kind of on everybody. But from what she's saying, she feels like it's always falling on her by default. And I can understand that she feels some type of way about that. So my final verdict is no, you are not the drama. She is not the drama. What do you guys think? Would you be taking care of your older siblings or younger siblings' child full time to where it's almost to the point where it's your child? I wouldn't. I personally just wouldn't. I would tell my brothers, take that child. I love him or her. Take them home. Immediately. Maybe I'm not ready for children. The last story we have here, this one's probably going to be the cherry on top. It's titled, Am I the drama for platonically cheating on my best friend? I love this juicy title. I love a juicy title. This is giving like it's gonna be promising. I'm in the middle of an ongoing argument with my best friend. My female 19-year-old best friend and male 19 and what? Sorry, I'm still learning how to fully read these Reddit threads. I have been close to for 3 years. I have quite... Oh, they found me. I have quite a large social circle, but it's always been common knowledge that Matt is the person I am obviously fondest of. People know that, and it's no secret that we spend the most of our time with each other. Things were absolutely fine until this week. I was invited on a 5-day camping trip with some of my course mates at college. We spent a lot of time together and wanted to celebrate the end of the semester by saving up to go somewhere. For reference, Matt isn't part of this group because he does another major. So it didn't really come up in conversation before this point because he hardly knows these people. And it didn't seem like a big deal to me. Okay, seems very fair to me right now. The trip is scheduled for the start of August, and I told Matt at the start of this week that I was going. He went silent, and when I asked him what was the matter, he said it was weird how I put that much money and time aside for people I've only known since September. See, yes, but no. Okay, so I feel like, wait, hold on, low-key girl, this is kind of giving like secret love. Okay, sorry, but like, that's not what this is about. Ultimately, although I understand where he's coming from with that, at the same time, I feel like you're kind of pocket watching your friend, right? But then again, I don't know, like she doesn't explain how the money conversation came up, but she did explain that she saved up for a while. So it's obviously something that she wanted to do, Matt. Quit being a hater, Matt. She wants to go on her trip with her friends, and you're just mad. You're not going. Let's really say what you're angry about. Okay, it's not about you just saved up money to travel with these people you've known since this amount of time. No, you're just mad you're not going, that you weren't invited, Matt, and that's okay because I feel like you're secretly in love. I told him that's ridiculous. Because we spend a lot of time together as a group and we're good friends. He still went on to say that we've never traveled together and he's got 2 years on them. He said it's like I'm a platonic cheater. Is it really platonic, Matt? Okay, I feel bad because my first instinct was to laugh a bit. I know, right? Me too. Like, platonic cheater, I'm sorry, if that left somebody's mouth, my friend's mouth, I'll actually just laugh. I'll be like, what are you talking about? Because honestly, I didn't expect him to come out with that. But then he hung up the phone and wouldn't answer my texts. I don't know what to do about this because I can't find it in me to apologize. I'm not a cheater. And I feel like he's making me out to be the drama for having friends aside from him. That's exactly what it's giving. It's giving like he's a jealous friend. He's jealous that you have made these new friends, and whether, I don't know if you explain that y'all are in the same college or school or whatever, but he's jealous that you have made these new friends that you are potentially growing close with because you're experiencing new things with them that you've never did with him. This is a classic case of like just friend jealousy 101. It's just one of those things where it's kind of like everyone kind of has to experience it and kind of get over it in their own way. Because ultimately, if you're practicing safe relationships and healthy relationships, your friends will have other friends. Your friends will meet other people and grow close to them in a shorter amount of time than they did with you. That's okay. And I just think that Matt is just probably on the receiving end of that right now. And maybe it's something that he just needs to kind of work his emotions through. But you are also a good friend for caring and for feeling that empathy. Like, I think that also goes to show that whoever's writing this understands empathy. But it's also just giving maybe he likes you. To be honest, I think the reason we've never traveled alone is because it'd be a solo trip between two members of the opposite sex, and frankly, it'd feel like dating territory. What's wrong with that? Like, it seemed like she just don't want Matt. You just said you were fond of him. Are we all missing the plot? Am I the only one that's missing the like? Who? Why is she missing the plot? Yes, it's dating territory. Matt wants you. He's jealous. He doesn't know what other little course friends like you on these little trips and are gonna try to push up on you. That's why Matt is like, why haven't we traveled together? What guy friend is like, oh, why haven't we traveled together? I have 2 years on them. Girl, that man like you. Okay? It's just not appropriate, and I'd rather travel in a group. But Matt's friends aren't my friends, and my friends aren't his. It's not that I think he'd come on to me or anything, but I think that's the type of thing I'd rather reserve for a boyfriend. Okay, so it seems like on this girl's side, she very much only sees Matt as a friend. I don't know what it is on Matt's side, I can assume it. But I think ultimately from this post, she's either acting oblivious or she genuinely does not see Matt as more than a friend, because she even mentioned like, yeah, this can be taken as like something more intimate, and I just want to say that for a boyfriend. And you know what? More power to her. She knows that Matt is not that boyfriend, and there's probably things she knows about him that is not in this post, and that's ultimately why she just simply cannot see it. Next, she also left a note, by the way, this will be my first traveling experience done with friends rather than family. So am I the drama for choosing to vacation with relatively new friends instead of my best friend of 3 years? Oh, and there's an edit. Hold on, edit. I rang Matt today after reading the comments from the morning and asked if we could meet up to talk in person because I'm not happy about the silent treatment. We argued on Wednesday night. He said he'll come over after his shift on Tuesday, so I guess I'll update if we resolve. I'll probably only be doing one because I don't want to drag on the situation. So he didn't apologize over the phone, by the way. Okay, that was a lot of little extra information that I just didn't need to be thrown in there. But overall, I don't think you're the drama. Like, I just want to go ahead and get the verdict first. Like, I don't think you're the drama. I think ultimately this is just a story of star-crossed lovers. Y'all know I'm a little delusional, and that's what I'm getting from this. I'm getting that Matt is secretly in love with you. I'm just sorry. There's no platonic friend that is reacting this aggressively at your big ages of 19 years old, 20 almost, and it just has to do with, oh, I just thought you were my closer friend. That's kid stuff. Please, let's wake up. This man is actually in love. This man actually loves you. That's what it's giving to me. That's my opinion. I'm gonna stand on that hill. I will die on that hill. I'll put a stake on that hill. I'll put the American flag on that hill. Everything. Yeah, that Matt is in love with you, girl, and you don't like him. That's what that's giving, and that's okay. But I don't think you're the drama. I don't think you're the drama. I think you just want to do your thing with your friends. You explained it very clearly. But I also do think that a lot of the people that write stories like this, it makes me wonder, like, do you have people, other friends that you can talk to about this? Like, this seems like a very straightforward story that like a friend would call me and tell me about and not go to Reddit to write about. Like, if I visit Reddit, I wouldn't say this story is really crazy, because I envision like Reddit as like let me go and just tell the world like the craziest experience. But like, this seems like a very straightforward story that like you could just FaceTime a friend. Girl, you are not the drama. Matt's just in love. That's just that. And that is today's tour through the wild, unfiltered minds of Reddit. Round of applause. Yes, thank you. I really enjoy doing these deep dives into really random and niche things, and I'm actually thinking about making this a whole series. So if this is something that interests you, leave a comment down below. What else you think that I should do a deep dive into? Something that you don't feel like looking through, but you're interested in hearing about? Because I'm going to look through it and I'll do the research just so you don't have to. Leave a comment down below. Love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you have not yet, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And which story had you yelling at the screen? Let me know. I feel like I know which one, but let me know. Love you guys. See you guys in the next video.